All right, welcome to Zenit TV. This is the review of Chelsea traveling all the way to Russia to meet Zenit St. Petersburg. The game unfortunately ended 3-3 at Russia. I would say that Chelsea gave a disappointing result. Nonetheless, we have some positive to pick. Timo Werner performed extremely well. I would say Lukaku is back. He didn't do all that well, but hey, the goal is enough for Chelsea. But Chelsea defense was very shambolic. This is the review for you. Now, going into the game, Chelsea was hoping to win this particular match so that we can top the table and meet at least a team that will be very okay for Chelsea at this stage of the competition. But no, Chelsea took the lead, allowed Zenit to equalize in the first half, came back again in the first half, and Chelsea has to come to the second half to fight for the equalizer, of which Chelsea got. Chelsea got a third goal through Timo Werner again, but unfortunately Chelsea has to let it go on the 90 plus, and this is a very poor performance from Chelsea. The game we saw Kepa Arrizabalaga coming in to replace Edward Mendy. We also saw some more changes in the Malang Stars started this particular game. Christensen at the back. We have Cesar Azpilicueta, although he started on the right side of defense. And we continue to the midfield, having the likes of Mason Mount and Barkley, all the players in there, hoping that Chelsea, after rotating some squad, the players can step up and win this particular match. But hey, it was not like that. First half wasn't all that good. Zenit continued the game, played had the lion's share of possession in the game, and scored 2 in the first half. Chelsea scored a brilliant corner kick where Ross Barkley brought in a corner, and Timo Werner got a head on it and scored the first goal for Chelsea. Just 2 minutes into the game, Chelsea held on to the lead, and some few minutes to the first half to end. Then Zenit St. Petersburg got the equalizer. They continued to score the second goal in the first half, and they came in second half with the mentality of defending. Chelsea also continued with that firepower in the second half, and Chelsea got that all-important equalizer. Before then was the goal that was scored by the player I've been talking about, Claudinho. As I talked about the preview of Chelsea versus Zenit St. Petersburg in London, or the one at Stamford Bridge, I spoke about Claudinho, the Brazilian who had been scoring anyhow for Zenit St. Petersburg. He scored that beautiful goal for them. Defense was sleeping. Malang Sarr, Christensen, they were sleeping on their duty, and he got that free header, and nothing could Kepa Arrizabalaga do at that particular juncture. Then the second goal from Zenit St. Petersburg was even very worse than their first goal. 2 defenders and Christensen. How on earth would you not see that a player was running behind you? Sada Osman ran behind him. They gave him a very true pass, beautiful ball, and he has to run and bypass Kepa Arrizabalaga and place the ball in the net for them to get the second goal over there. Chelsea fought back in the second half, where Timo Werner, again, my man of the match for today, dribble past the defender. He set a very beautiful pass for Lukaku, and Lukaku has to slot into him for Chelsea to get that equalizer over there. Now, Lukaku came out because I said it when I was doing the live stream that Lukaku, even though he's back and he's doing his best, but we are not seeing that kind of party, that kind of hold-up play from him. And the coach substituted him, eventually brought on Kai Havertz, and the chances kept on coming for Chelsea. And of course, Timo Werner again scored a very spectacular goal where he turned in the box and placed it lower into the net. And there was nothing because of the pace on the ball that the keeper could do for Zenit St. Petersburg. So the game has to end, or at that juncture, Chelsea was leading by 3-2, and additional time of 6 minutes because a lot of injuries were in the game. We had a lot of players going on injury in that particular fixture, and just less than 3 minutes to full time, just even 2 minutes to full time, and Chelsea has to let home a very bad goal. Beautiful goal by our standard, but how the goal came about, cross came in, Malang Sarr headed the ball. I don't want to talk about how he headed that ball. At least he got his head to the ball. And what were the players doing? Second balls, away teams has been winning a lot of second balls against Chelsea. Whenever N'Golo Kante is not there, second balls has been won by oppositional teams or opposing teams. And that ball was won by Zenit. And they slotted that ball home. A very beautiful goal. So the game has to end 3-3. I would say that Thomas Tuchel has to do a lot in this team The winning mentality is not there now for Chelsea, even though Chelsea plays sometimes well, sometimes too. Chelsea plays haphazardly and a very bad game. Going into EPL fixtures, we can't go with this kind of mentality. With the attitude of conceding goals, conceding 3 goals today. Chelsea conceded 6 goals in the previous match. So Chelsea has conceded 6 goals. 3 goals in the previous match, 3 goals today, making 6 goals in 2 matches. I don't think that is the kind of team that Thomas Tuchel wants to build for Chelsea. So Chelsea disappointed today as well. Juventus is now on top of Group H, and they have topped the group, and Chelsea has to settle for a second spot or a second place in that particular group. Thanks for watching. This is a short review of Zenit St. Petersburg versus Chelsea on this particular channel. Don't forget to stay here for more. Thanks for watching, and we shall meet later.